Search engine optimization. So search engine optimization, other known as SEO, is very important on making sure your store is seen on Google and Yahoo search and Bing and other top search engines, when pretty much Google's the main one though. So search engine optimization, I'll just call it SEO from now on, is a basis on every single website that is on the internet. So a better way to explain that would be, if you want to get to the top of Google, those sites at the top of Google have very powerful SEO. And just to be seen on Google, you have to have at least some SEO. So when people are searching for one of your products or something that pertains to your niche, you want to make sure you're going to be seen when they search on Google, because your sales are not only going to be coming through social media, but your sales are also going to be coming through Google. So when people are searching pet products, you'll see some ads at the top, and keep in mind, you can't beat the ads. Ads are purchased through Google AdSense to where they could be seen specifically on the top when you search for this. So you're really competing to come at least on the first page when people search pet products. Now, a lot of people feel that once you put SEO on your site, you're automatically going to go to the first page, and it doesn't work that way. SEO is a very time consuming process. It takes at least, with very powerful SEO, I'd say up to 6 months just to even get maybe near the first page. The more powerful your SEO, the more you'll get shown the first through fifth page, okay? The weaker your SEO, then you'll end up coming out like 7, 8, 9, 10, or 20 or 50th page, okay? So having a good SEO on your site is really good to have to help you with sales that are coming in through Google. Now, the good thing with Shopify is they already have SEO in place for you automatically. They automatically apply SEO to your product pages. You just got to fix them, make them perfect. If you're using WordPress, WooCommerce, then you have to do your SEO custom, and you have to actually go into the back end and make sure the site's fast. And that is why I recommend using Shopify, because it also helps with SEO. Okay, so I'm going to take you to the back end of Shopify. If you click on Online Store and then Preferences, immediately the first thing you could do is put your homepage title and homepage meta description. We did go over this in an earlier class. So you just want to make sure that your title is here for your site. Make sure if it's a store, make sure your brand goes first, and then you put what it is. So if it's a pet store, you would put Ed's Pet Store, and then I use this straight line, or you could use a dash. It's up to you. Although I recommend using the straight line, it's more professional and what's used on Google. And then you just put what you sell. Pet accessories for pet lovers, and that's how it's going to show on Google when it's there. Your meta description is going to be the actual description, what shows below it, what they read. So right here I have shop the latest fall collection tees, hoodies, tanks, and more from LA Saints. That's for my LA Saints store. So you want to make sure that it shows there, okay? You put your description here, you put your title, and this is the beginning of your SEO. Once Google gets a hold of this info, this is what they're going to show, okay? So this is the basic SEO for your Shopify store. If you want to go into more detailed SEO, then what you're going to do is you're going to go to Products. And then you're going to literally go product by product and edit the SEO for each product. So Shopify automatically makes SEO for you when you create the product. It puts the title there for you, and it puts the description that you had there for you. Although sometimes, like in my description, I have sizes, so that's not going to look good on Google. So what you would do is you will come in, you just delete the stuff, the extra stuff you don't want, and then you just click Save. Okay, so this is the SEO for a specific product. Not only does Google put specific products on their site, but they also put your main website too. So you want to make sure each product has its own powerful SEO, okay? And one way to have powerful SEO is make sure your title has what it is, a cool name for it, maybe a color. And even if you want to go more into detail, you can even put something like by LA Saints. I mean, you could go as far as doing that for your SEO, and then just save it. You could also go into the collections here and have SEO for each collection. So you want to do the same thing here. Classic Woman, the original collection. So Classic Woman, say if I change this to by LA Saints. It's the same thing. Specifically with this business right here that I'm showing the example with, I don't use much Google because I depend on getting brand ambassadors through social media. So that's just the way my niche works. But if it's your niche, if you're selling products for whatever really products that you're selling, if you feel that you will get sales through Google, which it always helps, then make sure your SEO is custom for each product, each category. Okay? So you set your general store SEO, you set your collection SEO, and now you even set the SEO for specific products. Okay, so that is how you get your website set up for SEO within the Shopify part. Okay, now I'm going to take you to Google and show you how to submit a website to their site. So you're going to go to Google, and then you're going to type in Search Console. Google Search Console is a great place where you could upload your website to it, and then Google will automatically place your site on their search engine. And then within the Search Console, you're able to see how many clicks you're getting on the page. You're able to go into all the analytics. And that's a very cool thing with Google, to where not only are you able to just submit the site to their page, but you're able to track it. Okay, so you're just going to go to Google Search Console, click in Start Now. You're going to put your site URL. Now, I can't go this far because my site is already registered. Although you would put your site on here. Make sure it has the HTTPS. And by doing that, just go to your store, copy your domain. Mine would, don't copy the Shopify domain, copy the actual domain you purchased from GoDaddy. Okay, it's going to have a HTTPS. Just copy that domain, place it in here. It's going to ask you a few questions, really simple. Google's really simple to understand. And then you just add the property. And then it's going to ask you to confirm that you own the site. Okay, once you confirm it, then you're able to track the analytics of how many clicks and so forth you get through Google. That is the complicated way of getting yourself on Google. There's also an easy way, which would be just going to Google and typing submit my website to Google. Okay, so they used to have, let me try this one more time. Let me try submit URL to Google. This might be it. Okay, see where it says submit URL? Click on it. To submit a URL to the Google Index, either submit a sitemap or use the Fetch as Google tool. So we're going to use the Fetch as Google tool. And okay, so it seems that Google, I mean, what I was going to show you, which I used to use, when you would go to Google and type in submit URL to Google, they had a box up here where you're able just to submit your URL without having to sign up to the Search Console. So now I'm guessing they are making it to where you actually have to go to the Search Console to get your site on Google. So that's totally fine. I mean, it works better too. Yeah, it looks like they took it off. I cannot find, yeah. You're going to have a Google Search Console. So just go to Google Search Console. Once you submit your site, It's going to literally just ask you to verify your website, and then it's going to connect it with Google, and they automatically put it on there. Now, with sites like Yahoo and Bing, I think they make it more simple. So right here, actually, I think Yahoo and Bing are together now. Okay, yeah, so September 18th, they're retiring the anonymous URL submission, even with Bing too. That is crazy, okay? Okay, so now let's try to see how to do it now. So I guess now Bing rolled out with the Bing URL tool, the same exact thing like Google. That's kind of cool, actually. Okay, so you're going to want to sign up with Bing Webmaster Tools. I mean, I don't have to do this because I was able to get in before they rolled out this change. So my sites are already on Bing and Yahoo, but now that they're changing it up, unfortunately, you're going to have to go and create an account with Bing. So just come to Bing and click on sign in. And you're going to want to create a Microsoft account. And once you do that, just submit your site to Bing, submit it to Google. And that's how you would get on Google and Yahoo search and Bing. It does take a while to get to the top of those pages. Again, like I said, excuse me, it takes clicks, it takes visits and purchases. So when Google sees that your site is being clicked on a lot, it's going to move it up and rank. When Google sees that you have powerful SEO, it's going to move it up in rank, okay? So last but not least, the last way to get SEO on your site that's powerful, you're going to want to create blogs. Click on Online Store, click on Blog Post, and blog posts are a way to write stories about your product. And these pages, since they have long descriptions and keywords, they easily move up in rank on Google. Again, I don't use Google for my specific clothing lines because they're not product based, but my business is built to run brand ambassadors. So I really don't need to create blogs through Google because most of my audience is millennials, which are on social media. So that's my target market. But if you're selling general products, like say if you're selling furniture, people do search for that on Google. So you're going to want to create a blog. So let's go ahead and create a blog post. So just like creating a product, you're going to want to put a title. So a blog generally gives people insight and information on a product. So you could even have information on maybe a group of your products. So you could even put the hottest gadgets of 2018. Okay, so this is what someone would click on Google. And then here in the content, this is where you could get an editor or do it yourself. I recommend getting an editor if you can't write. And you're going to want to have reviews of your products. You're going to want to send your products out to celebrities or people who review products and get them to type something up for it, or just type it up yourself. Type the highlights of your products, type a description for each one, put in 10 different hot products and a description with an image. And then when someone views that blog, you push your sales with that blog too. So when they're there to read and learn, at the same time, they might have interest in purchasing your product. So blogs are very important. You know what niche you have. And make sure you add an image. So you're going to upload image here for your blog. Make sure if you're going to do the hottest gadgets of 2018, make sure you choose the hottest selling gadget or use your logo or design a banner for it. Okay. Your author is going to be you. Blog is going to be news. And you can even add an excerpt, a summary. If you're trying to feature your blogs on your homepage, you could make a little excerpt, which is a small summary of this whole blog. So if you add an excerpt, You could put the top trending gadgets of 2018 all on one page. Okay, so this would be on your home page if you decided to put your blogs there. And in the first class of the designing your store, I go over placing those items on your website if you want to. And you just want to add tags. You're going to want to add, again, we went over this in the first class. Tags are what people search on your website. Okay, tags are what people search on Google. So since this is going to be for the top gadgets of 2018, I'm going to put gadgets 2018, top gadgets, hot products, hot selling items, trending items, viral products, and you just want to keep going. I mean, if you're selling a hot dog bed, you want to put hot dog bed, or pets, dogs, dog bed, dog products, dog mats, dog lovers. Whatever your blog is about, just type it and add the tags, because this is what people are going to also search aside from the content in your description. Okay? So that is how you create a blog. Make sure you click visible right here. You don't want it to be hidden. Make sure it's visible. And then you're just going to click on save. And then you're going to be able to view that blog post on a page and share it with your friends on your social media, or just let it sit there and let it get traction on Google. Okay? So that is another way, and you could also edit the SEO for your blog here. Excuse me. And this is another way to bring SEO into your site, to have a powerful website, not only on social media, but on Google. And it is a very powerful way for, not even for e-commerce. If you're creating a website on the side that's informational, SEO is the most powerful tool that you could use to get on Google. For instance, my personal brand, Arturo Knight, I get more business through Google than I do through my social media, because I don't post my website on my social media every single day, because that's just too much. Although Google takes care of me because I have powerful SEO on my website. So if I search my name, there might be a ton of Arturos and there might be a ton of Knights in the world, but I'm always going to be #1 on this site. All my images here are all of me. There's actually me with Alice Cooper. He's a really cool guy. Sebastian Bach, Skid Row. But aside from that, you want to make sure that your SEO is powerful so that you could appear on Google at the top, or at least get to the top. And again, it takes time. But SEO is kind of one of the background things that you let run your site, because you're mainly going to be focusing on social media, on jumping right in front of your audience. SEO is kind of the thing that helps you be seen if someone's looking for you, but social media advertising is pretty much just you throwing yourself right in front of them, saying, I'm right here. If you want me, buy me. If not, then keep scrolling, okay? Google is more for people who are searching for those products, who are looking to buy it, okay? So that is another way of having SEO on your site to push sales.